What's up, guys? Welcome to session 2 of Linux Bash Scripting Intermediate Level. As always, I am instructor Kevin Downs, and this is a course by coding-bootcamps.com. Today we're going to be covering process management. Last session we went over comparing popular shells, Corn shell compatibility for Bash, Corn and Bash shell advantages, Corn and Bash shell disadvantages, versions of Corn shell and Bash, shell command syntax, comments, continuing command on multiple lines, special characters, pattern matching, complex pattern combinations, and tilde expansion. Today, we're going to be going over process priority, background job, signals, traps, debug and exit, K-shell co-processing, bash co-processing, pausing, time and date, scheduling execution, run commands later, aliases, how the shell finds commands, and command history and editing. So we got a lot to cover today. We're going to go ahead and get started with process priority. So the easiest way to get a quick picture of what current niceness priority on a process is to open up the top process with top. So to change the priority when issuing a new command, you do nice-n, the nice value, and the command. And an example of that here would be nice-n 10 apt-get upgrade. Okay, 10 isn't a very high nice value, guys. So niceness ranges from -20, giving it the highest value, to 19 with the lowest nicest value. So this command here is going to increment the default nice value by +10 for the command, apt-get upgrade. This is often useful for times when we want to upgrade apps but don't want the extra process burden at the given time. Remember, a positive number is given less priority for a process. So as I said, -20 is actually the highest you can have, and 19 is the lowest. So real quick, I'm going to show you that top command. So we do top here, and if you look at this little column labeled NI, it shows you all the niceness of all these commands running. 0 is a neutral number. And -20 is a very high niceness, okay? So these guys have top priority right now for the CPU, all right? The better the niceness level, the more CPU cycles it's going to get, okay? Let's go back to our PowerPoint. Let's check out background jobs. So the shell normally indicates that the job has been stopped and then displays a shell prompt. You can manipulate the state of this job, such as by putting it in the background with the BG command, and then run other commands, and then eventually return the job to the foreground with the FG command. If you're running a job and want to do something else, use the Control-Z key sequence. This key sequence sends a stop signal to the current job, and the shell normally indicates that the job has been stopped and then displays a shell prompt. You can then manipulate the state of this job, putting it in the background with the BG command, and run other commands, and then eventually return the job to the foreground with the FG command. The Control-Z sequence takes effect immediately and is like an interrupt in that shell discards pending output and unread input when you type the sequence. Guys, that's a lot of verbiage there. Basically, all this means is we can put a process in the background. Okay, so let's say if I do a sleep 60 command here, what's going to do is it's going to put my shell to sleep no matter what I try to do. It's not going to do anything. Now, if I do Control-Z on my keyboard, there you go. It sees it stop that command. I'm going to clear my screen. Now, if I do a sleep 60, I use an ampersand symbol, this will actually throw the job in the background. Okay, so now I can do whatever I want. Okay, and you'll see that job's going to be running in the background. If I do jobs, there you go, you'll see that sleep 60 is actually still running. You notice the other one that was stopped. I can do FG to bring it back to the foreground, and sleep 60 is back in the foreground. And I've lost control of my shell again, right? Because it's putting my terminal to sleep. That's what that command does. Again, I can hit Control-Z, and it suspends that process. Okay? I can do sleep 60, BG, and you notice it's not actually going to put it in the background. Okay? If I do sleep 60, BG, okay? In this particular case, it's not going to work because sleep 60 is putting the terminal to sleep. However, if I was running a command, I could type in BG and it would put it in the background. Okay, this is a kind of a unique command that puts our shell to sleep. Let's head back to our PowerPoint. Check out the next slide. So a job being run in the background stops if it tries to read from the terminal. Background jobs are normally allowed to produce output. You can disable this option by issuing the stty:2stop command. If you set this terminal option, then background job stop when they try to produce output or read input.